to the political arena. Real Talk with Lavi covers it all. Let's get real. Monday nights on Win FM.
Said if you live in a lifestyle, you don't.
When I say everybody, you say no. Everybody. No. Everybody. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Let's go. Masquerade. Everybody know.
Exactly. All right. It's a beautiful night right down here in St. Kitts and Nevis. I am lovely, lavish Lavi, and I'm back at 2024. Hey, I just can't believe it is, 2024 already. And I know there's a lot of folks still into the carnival vibes. There's a lot of folks that are still here in St. Kitts and Nevis. And there's some folks that are, letting me know that, hey, Lavern, I have, just made it back over there to Morocco. The folks are saying that they're just getting back into New York, Toronto, England. Let me tell you this year, our big, well, no, not Nick. None other than, go all the way down to, no, we're going to call his name since you want to know, all the way down there in St. Paul's. He's from the ex-commissioner, who that can be, handsome, this man, not CG. This is a young man from St. Paul's, handsome. His daughter was the reigning Miss St. Kitts. She came Miss JC's. Come on, Jamster. Queely. Yeah, Ian Queely, a pleasant good evening to you, Yeah, man. He said, Morocco, boy. Remember what I say, we're small, but we're tall, all right? All right, yes. So I just had to let the folks know that people are getting back, into where they came from, the diasporas, also visiting people came here for carnival, I mean, this has been, I must say, carnival in St. Kitts and Nevis is getting better and better, despite, some little setbacks and, Jamster, sometimes I listen to you guys on Island Tea and you guys want St. Kitts to go like, like Trinidad, but this is not Trinidad and we don't want to be like Trinidad. Oh, you're being quiet now. Yes. And as, listening on the wall over there, big up to my people on the internet right now. If you can see me, give me some thumbs up, show some love. This is a positive show called The Real Talk. And yes, so tonight we don't really have a guest. Jason supposed to be joining me tonight. And we're just going to be, giving a little details, maybe some of our opinions or maybe ideas of what we think of what the carnival, how it could probably be. And, there are folks out there, we listen to the people on the wall. We listen to you people. And we also are listening to, persons that came from overseas, the good things that they like and some of the things that they would like to see happen. Jamster, are you there? Hello? No, you're not on the radio too much. You see, when you're on a show with Lavi, it's a difference. I kind of bring out the real person. You know what I mean? Yeah. We go in and we bring out the realness of what is happening here in St. Kitts and Nevis. But I don't know why Jason is being late. So in the meantime, folks, if you hear the sounds in the background, Jamster, who's that? And Waskelly ain't just no Waskelly. I mean, come on, put a title to the man name, no man. Put a title to him. Absolutely, the Skelek Soca Monarch. Yes, you got to put a title to the man name. And correct. And he will be joining us. I might as well say it right now. He's going to be our special guest for next week. So definitely, folks, if you're just in tune, you can look forward for next week. We're going to be having, that will be our episode number 7. And that is where we will be having our first guest for 2024. And we're starting it off, like I said, with the carnival, what has been happening. And we're going keeping it to our real people in St. Kitts and Nevis who have really been putting St. Kitts on top of the map. Yeah. So in the meantime, I just want to wish everyone a happy new year, prosperous, what you call it, blessings, everything that come, nice and goodness, looking forward for 2024, anything positive, that you have been through, put that back on the back burner. This is 2024. It's going to get better every day. You know what I mean? Listen, today, let me share this with you. Someone met me today, and they said, Lavi, you look like you're not aging. But we Kititian have a way with words. For whatever reason, they seem to be on this aging thing, and we are going to age whether we like it or not. Even the persons are telling me, well, you look like you're 20, but I am not 20. It is good to hear it, but I just feel blessed to know that the age that I am in right now, sitting on top of the hill. Yeah, look at me. I'll have to stand up. Look at me. Look. Blow the whistle, blow the whistle. All right. Yes, you see why they're going to hate me? A lot of people can't smile. And, when you do things a different kind of way, I'm just hoping that I could put a smile on somebody's face. I got to say good evening to Shara. That's Shara over there in New York. And Shara is a diaspora. I mean, this girl has been doing very, very well. And she's a very good supporter of WINNFM. She follows WINNFM all the way, and she will always call Lavi and say, Lavi, you're doing good, but Lavi, you should have do this, or you should have do that. And I say, Shara, well, you don't come to the show with me. I know she's laughing right now. But it's just a blessing to see folks out there just want to see Real Talk with Lavi rise. And the folks out there, let me tell you this here, because everybody needs strength. And when you're going to have the persons that we think they're going to be against us, sometimes they're more for us than we think that they're not for us, because if persons can take time out and make you their priorities, that just tell you that you're on their mind. You understand? And they always say people that speak behind your back, that's because they're behind you all the time looking at you. You ever think about that, Jamstar? So this is what we want to do for the new year, 2024 with Lavi, is to just rise, be positive, make the best out the negative, make the best out this the season in terms of persons that are saying, a lot of things hard. But every day you're going to hear things hard is what you make of it. Still got to smile, you still got to take a shower and look fresh like Lavi. Because that is where it comes from, You got to take showers. You got to take care of your health. You got to take care of your brain. You got to take care of your wellness. And you just got to put your mind, you know what I mean? We program your mind. We set your mind. And you can tell yourself, whatever made you unhappy, we're going to get, this is the slogan. You remember, this is a positive slogan, that help people to win. We're going to get rid of them. Yeah. Anything, Jamstar, that you bring close to you that you can go like this, look, arm reach, you know what I mean? So you're putting your hands out. The folks out there in the radio land, you probably might can't see, my reactions and everything, but however I'm making you feel, and I know I'm making you feel good enough. You want me to tell you how good? Hear the voice. Yeah, put you in a sexy mode. All right. Make the carnival what? Big. Make the carnival what? Bigger. And let the whole world know what? SKB. Turn it up, no man. Turn it up.
Super one, jump super one, wave it as one federation. Go left. Put your hands in the air. Go right. Put your hands in the air. Go left. Put your hands in the air. Go right. Put your flags in the air. Jump up as one, bump up as one.
Oh, listen. That was a really thought out song, and I can't wait to get the man in here next week. I did not want to get anybody in this week with me for the first time back because I wanted to get some time to be with my good audience out there and let them know, like I said, what Real Talk is all about. Real Talk has been around since 2019, I would say 20, on the internet, and we now collaborate with WINNFM. And this is something where I feel very respected when it comes to WINNFM because they're coming outside of the box and they're recognizing that they're going to have some diversity and they're going to have some inclusion if they want to have equity, right? Yeah. So the fact that I am here with Win FM, it tells a lot that, the media is no longer for that kind of, the crossing the T's and the kind of thing. It is real, and you got to bring real people on the airways. People want to be able to connect with a voice, connect with something that they can relate to. So they got to be relatable, and they got to get someone that they know that is real. And everybody know, the persons out there that really know Lavi, they know that I keep it real and I be myself. I'm not going to pretend to be what I'm not, but I know definitely I am about motivating to inspire. That's the whole idea, is to motivate and inspire. And if you're not motivating and inspiring anyone, then you're not doing anything, and that's why you're going to carry hate. You hear me? You can feel it, as a Johnston in there. All his hairs, him standing up on top of his hand. Because we don't normally get this kind of conversation on the media as often, because it's always so negative, where people always have something negative to think. And it shows that you have a lot of negative minds, because a lot of people just need to make the carnival big, make the carnival bigger. It's just in my mind, what nonsense is saying, but that's how it is. Ross Kelly, I'm looking forward to really see you next week. I already have your word, and the folks going to definitely tune in to see who you are, those that don't know you. And whatever I'm going to do for you, Ross Kelly, because this is what the purpose of why we're here, is to help other people. And I'm going to do my part to make you bigger, because I'm going to make sure that 2024 you book all over the Caribbean. Wherever have carnival or anybody having any little shows, Ross Kelly and the other guys, mention all of them. Our people, homegrown, we have to be able to get them out there. We have to help them. We have a tendency to say, oh, they need to do this, they need to do that, yet nobody helping our people. They're not telling themselves, well, what are you doing to help somebody else? But next week, as I said, I can't wait to get Ross Kelly in. I want him to show me how to do the jump up and wave dance. And if anyone that are there listening right now, this is a real talk, a show for homegrown, a show for the diasporas wherever you are. If you're St. Kitts and Nevis native, it doesn't matter where you are, this show is for you. And of course, if you're a citizen, if you're a national, if you're from wherever you're living in St. Kitts, or you just come across on YouTube hearing our voice, you can always reach out. On the 22nd, I think, my next guest is a lady out of Jamaica. I'm not going to give her name as yet, but this is somebody that have a lot of wisdom and knowledge, and she will be joining us here on Win FM. And so I have quite a few people lined up, but tonight, we did not book any guests tonight. We just wanted to keep it local. I'm still here waiting for Jason. I don't know the hold up. Jamster, did you hear him or anything? Okay, I think he's on his way. I hear him outside. All right. So again, it is 8:15. Good night. Good night. I'm gonna have to give you a little penalty, Oh. Oh, really? That's how you are. Yeah. Set yourself up. Which one? This one? Yeah, get up. Yeah, get on your headphone. All right, so Mabo is in, folks. And I just got to let you guys know that Jason, also known as Mabo, but he preferred to be called Jason. This is a real Rasta vibes. You want to hear, the Ja, how he spell it, Jahson. You know what I mean? And there's another guy that we interviewed, had named Jadan. Yeah. So the Rasta vibes of the Jadis. What Ja? Rastafari. Huh? He did? Awesome. So you see, with the real talk, nice. So you see there, what is happening, Jason? This whole idea of both of us being here is to not just about us, but it's to help other people, give them the opportunity. And, I remember when Jordan, we interview him, we see a few folks on the line on social media, and there were some people that was angry, and they made some comment about Jamaican, and they just had some nasty things to say. But I just want to let people know that this show is about inclusion. And remember, we're Black, we're one Caribbean, and we might speak different, we might come from different languages, but we're collaborating. And if Kititians don't get opportunities with other people, look at Byron Messiah. He didn't get, he had us, but we're small, you know what I mean? Yeah. And he went out to Trinidad and other places, and we see him out here just taking over. So we have to get out of that low mentality and that selfish mentality when you hear that lavish Lavi. You know, I can't help if somebody feel a way about me. And if you feel a way about me, too bad for you, because I look beautiful.
Of course.
And guess what? I'm natural, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yes, natural. So if anybody out, yes, talking to the mic, okay. Right, so when I see persons going to be saying those kind of things just because they're Jamaican, and sometimes maybe one incident I have with somebody, they paint everybody the same. It's like the zodiac sign. If somebody, maybe Scorpio do them something, they don't like Scorpio no more. Somebody in Monkey Hill do them, everybody in Monkey Hill bad. Yeah. You know, and if a particular, it's go on and on. It is just an ignorant mindset, and we cannot let them take over the Real Talk with Lavi show. This is what we're going to bring, positivity. Right. So, Jason, you're here, and it is, I've been talking now for the past 18 minutes, so it's 18 minutes after 8. Right now, some places, they're either behind in time or they're in front. Like, are the same. You know, like some folks up there in America, they might be an hour, a 2 ahead. Those down in California might be a little further down. Folks in England, you're looking at 5 hours ahead. So some places might be morning, some places might be midnight, you know what I mean? Yeah. And some places might be in the graveyard shift.
Yeah.
Right. So tonight we probably have, just enough time to give a little rundown of the carnival recap. So I'm going to let you get into that, and you can also give a little intro, because I know you came in a little late, okay?
Yeah, first I want to apologize for my lateness as I went to help an elder lady. My name is Marvin, aka Jason, aka Mabo, from Newtown. Okay then. Yeah. Okay then.
He's gonna get there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, carnival rundown. For me, I had a splendid carnival. I went to, all the shows. Yeah. Went to support Raskelly and Delhi in Soca Monarch. Mm-hmm. Delhi didn't place, but Raskelly won.
Okay. So you went to all the shows. I played the fifth. I couldn't go to all of the shows because, money have to be made. And I did go to one show that that show that I went to is a show that just came on board. It's a Panorama. Yeah. And I must say that show off the train.
EBJ all the way.
Yes, EBJ all the way. But the thing about it though, right? I don't know if it was planned, but the way how they had the lined up, like the first person that came on, and then the second person is like every time they came on and they perform, it get better and better. Yeah. But I have never really saw EBJ. I have never saw EBJ, and come to find out it's my family. Big up. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you so much to letting the people out there know. So.
Yeah. EBJ,
right.
Boots, yeah.
Correct.
All Boots Jones there.
All right. And when I went there, because I've seen Pan a lot in the Virgin Islands, and really you see those the pans that the music from the pan is so sweet, So when I saw that, and I went and I sat and I see how the crowd, the audience came out, the supporters, not to mention every single one of those the contestant, they had the crowd, and I was so amazed. It reminded me of the basketball in the United States with the cheerleaders, and they really came out to rally for the people. I've never seen something like that. It was really big, So big up yourself, guys. Big up yourself. All those that was involved. While I was there, like I said, there was not a dull moment. It was never a time that you wanted to say, "Oh boy," And I've heard where some people are saying that they want them to be like those in Trinidad. But I would always say, Mabo, St. Kitts is St. Kitts, St. Kitts,
Yeah,
and
we have
St.
to be
Kitts
we. We
and
have to be
Nevis.
we.
And we have to be we, and we have to realize that when you just start something, you are competing with what you have. You can't go too big,
Yeah.
and you'll be surprised, right? Persons will come from outside and appreciate what we have. And I don't know, I could be biased, but I have zero tolerance or to be listening to people telling us, oh, Trinidad, when Trinidad basically is on the outlook now, looking for St. Kitts to get their hype with the carnival. What do you think, Mabo?
Yeah, it's true, because I mean, the whole Caribbean, is intertwined.
And even Jamaica, before time, Jamaica and all of carnival, everybody, the girls that want to show the bamsi, the girls that want to look good and, have the good look, good up body flexing, and you want to see the fellas them know what time it is too, They know what time it is.
One little thing that I do not really agree with, I don't like the foreign music in our carnival. Our carnival is supposed to be we thing.
Correct.
The bands on the road playing Trinidadian songs, Jamaican, even in the shows. So if our thing's supposed to be our thing, because if you go to a Trinidad show, you wouldn't hear a St. Kitts song.
Correct.
Yes,
Correct.
I feel we're supposed to keep our thing as our thing. Not,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and that is why we're not going to have enough time, but we are here in St. Kitts, and people are coming to St. Kitts to get St. Kitts culture, to get
Exactly.
St. Kitts thing.
Yeah.
A thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you're gonna leave from another island to come here to see the same thing, what the purpose of flying to come here, right? And I'm gonna tell you this: a number of Jamaicans and other persons, but a number of Jamaicans in particular. One guy told me, he said, Lavi, me never see nobody fling them waist like that, like a t-shirt. He said, so hear me. But the Jamaican them, he said, no, sir, me never see them behave that kind of way. But guess what? We don't tell our own that. Mm-hmm. So when we're thinking that we want to be like the Jamaicans or we want to be like the Trinidadians, right? The persons out there coming and saying, what? Them girl could wind a bum seed. They never see the waist fling like that and the bum just go, It become an art now that when people used to maybe look at it as gyrating, it become an art of the whole galore and the fun, right here in St. Kitts and Nevis carnival.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go ahead. You could go ahead.
And for the other shows, I had no problem with most of the judging. To me, most of the judging were very fair. Some people when you're rooting for someone and they don't play, they will say, oh, they cheat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we always get that from since when. Each and every show you always hear that. Oh, they cheat for this, they cheat for that.
But sometimes people just go in with their emotions and who they like. They're not really looking at the criteria.
Yeah.
And if you really have to get the criteria of these shows, sometimes you'll realize they really did not cheat because they have something inconsistent. Somebody, for instance, in terms of the Queen shows, right? Somebody could get best, let me tell you this, they could get best talent, right? And they get, say, best swimwear, okay? But somebody could get best interview, and they can get what you call that, the cultural wear, ambassador, evening, and all those kind of other things, and they can win, right? Because different segments carry more points. And also bear in mind that even though somebody say get best talent, best this, best that, somebody that did not get those can come in and win because it depends on the amount, the consistency, and some of the points that they might win by, it might not be by a big, large margin. You understand what I mean? Like, for instance, this show that they had recently, the Queen did not win best talent. Someone else win the best talent, right? But she was consistent. Okay, she got an interview and she was on point with the interview, but she was also consistent in other areas. Another thing, when you're going in for the Queen shows, right? What people don't fail to realize, it has something named your body physique.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? And you get points for that. So when you're going to be going in for these kind of shows, and if you lack in certain things, so if you offer more on the thick side, then you're going to have to be good in every other areas, because when it comes to the fit and the impact, you're talking about especially in swimwear and evening wear. Those are your natural beauty, and the way how you walk going to help you, because you can also have a nice body, but you did not carry the dress or the swimwear properly. So these are things that many folks out there would be looking at. I have judged quite a few, yes, but also remember I am in the beauty field, and I have been around queen shows for years. Also dealing with my niece, you know.
Yeah, Jamster was one of the judges also.
Yeah. No. Yeah, but in terms of conflicts, even if somebody have to judge, like I said, this is why it's very important to have the judging. You go to classes.
Yeah.
And you really get to you really
I know no project
you
calypso
really
shows and so.
Do me a favor. We talking over one another. There are persons out there listening. I know Jamster is talking. And you have to talk in the mic, because I realize sometimes you kind of like, you know. Yeah. And you have a soft voice too.
Okay.
All right. But in the meantime, how you know? Why you ask me if I judge? Well, thank you. But it's also in my field, you know, it's a part of the whole fashion and. Well, it should not be. If anyone is backstage, you should not be a judge for that, you know. However, those are persons that really make good judge eventually, because you get a chance to work backstage. Yeah. You get a chance to work, you know, like hairstylists, persons in the fashion, seamstress and those kind of things. You have a way of looking. And everybody, you know, you have persons, for instance, in interviews, sometimes they bring people that are, when they're looking for a certain dialect, you know what I mean? So the grammatical errors and stuff like that. So you bring persons where they are strong in, right? And then there's some people that basically they know about pageants. Yeah. And I have been in pageants all my life. Matter of fact, in 1988, they did ask me to go in for Miss St. Kitts. I had my own business, and I refused to go in for that because I felt that I wanted to be behind the scene, and I had my business to run. Right, I remember, and I'm gonna call name Julie Martin and those girls, Stuart Morton, and them. They came up Monkey Hill looking, and they was like, Lavi, you know, they're looking for girls to go in for Miss St. Kitts. And that year, they really was having a difficult time finding people, because people was saying that they cheat, yeah, so they couldn't find. They couldn't find people, and that year, I remember very well, Rosie Hodge became Miss St. Kitts that year.
Yeah, I remember that. Right?
So, and I'm not even going to stand corrected, because I know when they came for me, but I already had as a young entrepreneur, had my salon. So talking about these kind of things, actually as a creative kind of person, because all these are in the field of art. Carnival is an art. Yeah. It is culture, art. So when you're around those kind of things, and I really would hope that the Carnival Committee, I'm going to take the time out. I think that they need to come out of the box and stop looking maybe just as the friends or whoever they think they're going to invite to these, who they want to put as judges. They need to make it a little bit more and look for persons that are in depth with these kind of things. You know, because in order to make Carnival better, we have to get the people who have been there for years in this thing, Marble.
And some of the shows, them, like when you hear them call out the judges, them is like the same set of judges from the show before.
Over and over, you know.
So and so they were like repetitive.
Correct. If anyone out there listening to me, I don't have, because I'm just here doing everything. I would like someone, Shawa, if you're listening to me, share the live and let people know that they can join us on Facebook if they want to see me, or on YouTube. And they can also tune into WINNFM 98.9. And they can go to winfm.com or WINNmedia, or you can Google, look for Real Talk with Lavi, WINNFM. All right? So just share the page. But tonight, discussion, we're giving a little bit of Carnival recap. You know, I am not going to be here to basically single out anyone, but in terms of maybe what we could help do to contribute to make Carnival 2024 better. Mabu, we're hearing people of the talking saying that they might be moving. It's not like no one said it as yet, but persons are saying that maybe they should move Carnival from in the street of Bastia. What do you think about that?
To me, that won't go down well. It won't go down well with the average man and woman.
Why it won't go down well with the average man and woman?
Because especially for vending purposes.
Mm-hmm.
Because okay, I think some of them were like 900 and so this year. So if they carry it over there, what will be the fee?
But question, what do you think about Carnival in the street of Bastia? Because the street is very congested. Sometimes you can't even drive to go a particular place. I feel that it just need to be managed properly.
Yeah.
I feel that Carnival, I feel St. Kitts Carnival should not take up the whole, Bastia is small in a sense, right? But it should not take up the whole of the city.
Well, it's just for a short period of time.
It's not just what you call a short period of time, because you're talking about from the 15th. That's not a short time. Hello?
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks taking up your whole town, your whole city.
It's only 4th Street and the Bellwood bars.
Right, but
would be
correct? But what happened to other persons that have business that want to make a money? Sometimes you might think that they're making money, but maybe they're not making the money because persons might not want to come out to go to shop by them.
That is.
Remember, we're speaking about inclusion as well.
Yeah, of course.
Right, and everybody want to just drink, like as you said, bars. So I would think that maybe we need to put in a fair, like a carnival fair. Not just the midnight one, but maybe something that in the day that people can do. It will also give vendors that are cooking. They won't just have to stay in the bar or whatever, but you have something really nice where people can just go down and shop.
Yeah, as to Nevis now, Nevis have one area. The same area with the Queen Show, the same area with the vending and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going, you can enter, and they got a thing they call the pen. You can go to the pen. Where that show is going on.
Right.
So I think we need to something like that.
So I just see somebody here. Folks, I finally get in connection with you guys. I'm seeing someone is saying, I realized the repeating of the judges. And I was like, they are so limited in finding judges, No, but thank you so much for that
many people
comment.
Applied and didn't got you.
Somebody's correcting and saying that good night, he ain't from St. Paul's. So maybe they will want to tell us where Ian Queely is from. Dirt Bay. Yeah, it's Dirt Bay. I wanted to say no, but thank you so much. But for some reason, St. Paul's, Dirt Bay. Thank you for that. It's Dirt Bay I really wanted to say, but something about Dirt Bay. It's like it's so far back there.
Just right after St. Paul's.
Right after St. Paul's. I know Newton Grong, St. Paul's, right? Then Dirt Bay. I feel bad. One of these days we're gonna come back. We're gonna call out everything. I gotta be sharp on this. Okay, once again, it's a beautiful evening down here in St. Kitts and Nevis. It is 8:35. I just want to let you guys know, if you're just in tune with us, thank you so much for being here. We are basically shedding a little light on Carnival and see how we could make Carnival better and see how we the people can help contribute with the Carnival Committee, because the Carnival Committee cannot do Carnival alone without the people.
Carnival is we.
Carnival is we. Say it louder.
Carnival is we.
Carnival is we. And you hear what Raskelly said.
Yeah,
he did one federation, jump up as one, But what really, really amazed me, and I'm going to let everybody out there know that when I saw the flags going left and right. And when they come in, because you're coming up 4th Street, right in by the circus, St. Kitts is so unique. And you just see everybody, all you're seeing is people and the flags, and you see that St. Kitts flag up there. I said, hey, Ras Kelly is a masterpiece. And I must say, the New Vibes had the Barbie and Ken.
Ken and Barbie.
Ken and Barbie. A lot of people seem to think that New Vibes should have won. I'm not going to be here to dispute anything, but what I want to throw out to persons out there that really want to win a Carnival title, you got to be careful, and this is general, right? You got to be careful that, yes, you're performing for the people, But if you want to win and put something under your belt, you're gonna have to kind of create songs.
Yeah, you gotta be creative. Yeah.
Create songs that is within what the body of the people of Carnival, right? I remember, for instance, when New Vibes came out with Sugar. You know what I mean? Listen, that song went well. Then I remember when Smarlax came out with Hip Hip Hooray. It was Smarlax? No, it wasn't Smarlax. It was Star Shield, right? Jamster, you know music. Come on, help me.
Yeah.
Was it Star Shield?
Yeah.
Right, and he came out hip hip. That time people had like the cane cutters and, we had sugar cane. And so you're going to be very, very careful that you can make good songs, but you have to have that one song for the road. Yes, we are. If somebody want to come on, once they keep it positive, sure. Okay, sure. If anyone out there want to call in, you can call in. Of course, we're keeping it real. We're keeping it positive. If you want to call in and share your contribution. I see persons on the wall, they're basically wearing in. And this person is saying we have to look at the criteria in the judging. And I would say that too. Sometimes I feel that we can also add criteria. Like, let me go into the Road March song in particular, right? Hello, good night. Hello, good night.
Good evening, how are you?
Oh, I'm good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Lavern, I support you when you said you got to find some way to take Carnival out of Bastia. Certain things out of Bastia. For instance, the street jamming. I mean, you have ships that we're in and, guests can't get back to their ship.
Mm-hmm.
Now, where can we use? And that's what we need to be creative. We need to be thinking. Now, we have Wellington Road. We have the bypass road. Mm-hmm. Yes, we're going to look at guests coming from the airport. But if guests are coming from the airport, we can send them across the F.T. William Highway. Correct. Let them go down College Street, go across the Bay Road, go up, and you use, because it would not be that you use that road, go up by Island Bakery, the industrial site, and you get into Frigate Bay. The same thing if food chip are in, so you don't disturb town that way.
Absolutely.
The jamming road, we're going to use Wellington Road, come across by the airport and the bypass road. We're going to use that road for jam. That's a long jam there.
Yeah,
What we're going to do, the traffic commissioner for that day, who is the commissioner of police, the side that you use to come down when you're coming from the country. You could use that side for the band, which is the left side of the road. You use that side for the band. And when the vehicle is coming from the airport or from Canary side, they use the right side by the airport and then just go across the highway.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these are things that...
No, go ahead.
These are things that we need. Hello?
No, go ahead. Sorry.
These are things that we need to think about. Instead of having town blacked up and you can't get downtown and you move in cone and put in cone and blacking, it's not working.
No, it is.
Because a vehicle get down in the middle when no cone is there, and by the time you're ready to come back up, it's blocked out.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And they said, go around, go across the highway, come down by sometimes you got to end up because all the way up the village. Because you find that the troops are coming from different directions certain time.
Mm-hmm.
Why not set a route? We're going to use the bypass road. We're going to come down there by Fiscal gas station.
You have one more minute, okay?
Okay, go across the Wellington Road and use that long area for parade. Put vendors there. The bypass road on the eastern side here, use that for judging, man. We got to get out of town somehow. Town is congested, not enough space and everything. Have a nice evening.
All right. Thank you so much for that contribution. We welcome persons out there. Remember, as I said, this show is called Real Talk with Lavi. It's not about me. This is just I create this forum so we can bring real positivity and to encourage persons to call and persons that probably would not have been calling. So, the person that just made a contribution, I think it's something very good.
Yeah, Noah Mills when he was the carnival chairman, he was already laying that framework,
Right, and Noah Mills is not here anymore. So in the meantime, I feel that this is how I feel. Whether it's politics, whether it's management, if you're replacing somebody and you're bringing somebody, they're supposed to be bringing something better. And if they're not bringing something better, and go back to who they had then. Another thing that in agreement with this caller, we should not have a carnival going in 2024, and we do not have a carnival village.
Yeah, we need that definitely.
And I also would like, when I see how they're doing the booths, I think that somebody need to get a plan, and they're either going to give them the plan and telling them how to, the size of how they're going to build, and make it uniform and sell them, that every year those persons can have them. You can put it somewhere and you can bring it back. Than just having something just knock up there and whatever. I think, I think we need to invest more. And I actually was looking at Wellington Road myself, and I was actually looking in terms of ways that would not tie up the traffic in terms of the airport. People needs to travel and to get freely, right? So I was thinking right there by where Scantel is, not Scantel, Flow, coming from there, because, they could probably use the field, whatever they gather there, and they could come from right. They have one long march coming down. Now, in terms of the camera people that wants to look to be above, you see those things that they build, like when you go to the beach, like a Coast Guard thing. Yeah. They could have a few built so you can go up there with security or persons who want to, view the carnival, judges and everything. And then right there, so by the roundabout by Taylor's Range, right off there, so could be an injunction, like with person that want to maybe like, vendors or different things. So they could find different ways. And I would say that we definitely need a carnival village, but to be blocking up Bank Street, because even though you block up one street, it is congesting all the other streets. So you have, the problem will be now right across by Cairn Street, you have by Independence Square Street coming down there by, then you still have Central Street, you have 4th Street. And what I want to say here, that is what I'm seeing that is happening in St. Kitts. We are creating Bastille to be for idlers, right? And the reason why I'm saying this, we are creating Bastille to be for idlers, and we're not talking just about an event. 247, that even persons that have the business on the street are bringing out the business on the sidewalk. I feel like we need some organization in this place, 2024, right? This is just maybe me being an entrepreneur, and I like to see things done properly, right? If I was in the position to have a say into certain things, I don't have all the answers, but I would definitely be listening to the streets and see how we can bring things differently. Because if we're going to create carnival just for events, and you go all the way and you make the events looking so nice, but when you go down to the village, bear in mind, persons come from overseas, where they're going to go. It's not everybody might want to go to those events. Hello?
Yeah, I guess the only other thing is we're going to go across Bank Street.
Right. And again, if you see how 4th Street is becoming, a lot of idlers down there just smoking. It's not everybody. I would not leave from my home and go down 4th Street. I want to have my teenage child go down there to just pass, and everybody just casually down there smoking, and the blowing this puff in your face and stuff like that. That's not cool. So I feel that this time that we do some real reset, and we basically create St. Kitts to be the place, not just to come and have carnival, but to feel there's a place that you can feel comfortable walking in the streets, and you can go to a place where well, hey, this is Carnival Village, we're going to go down there, because we don't have any Coney Island. We don't have nothing really for the children.
Exactly.
You understand what I mean? So if we don't have these things, I think we should create these things. We should not just wait for somebody to bring in Coney Island. I wish I had some extra monies that I could just give these ideas. And, even, for instance, down by the shoreline, persons that are listening to this right now, if you have a business down at shoreline, it is time you guys come together and be creative. Hold one head, run an advertisement, let the shoreline be known that people can want to go there. Because it's a very good spot. It's right by the ferry terminal. It's in the ferry terminal. And imagine Christmas come, right? You have all the booths. Persons down there do some great cooking. Good night to Susie.
They need to get together.
They need to get together, because you know what? This is what the Jamaicans them to do. This is what the foreigners them beating us with. They're beating us at our own game.
Togetherness.
The togetherness. You have ferry terminal right down there in the heart of Bastille, where people are going to be traveling, going back and forth. You should be able to keep some of these people. So it's time, people. spend some money, invest back in your business, clean up. You can't wait for government to come up and clean up something that you're making money off. You need to keep your place clean, and you need to basically be encouraged to have other people to come down and shop with you.
All of them, they could start an organization, you know, put funds in it, and so when like carnival come, they can do their own thing, just get a stage down there.
Well, I don't know if the organization gonna come, but I am just saying, right? I think what they need to do first is to come together and have that, recognize that they need each other. They are too close, because you know something, what's going to happen, believe it or not, if you wink your eye to that tomorrow, they will probably be with the Chinese, the Guyanese, the Indians, the Jamaicans. No disrespect, but Kititians as natives, we need to hold on to what we have. We need to hold on to what we have, and we need not to let it just run down. We need to add some class, some cleanliness to what we have in here in St. Kitts and Nevis. If someone want to, call in, you can share your information with us. But it's together with the Real Talk with Lavi. I will be here to make sure that we can have some diversity, equity, and inclusion.
For real. Because I mean, it's every year just basically the same. No real new innovation. Every year the same. The boots them lying on 4th Street and the Bay Road, Bank Street. Well, it used to be Party Central. They take it from Central, so you go across Bank Street now. They call it on the block now. So basically, every year the same. They need some more innovation to it.
Right, and if you notice, it's the same thing every year, and all we're doing is it's creating more spots for smoking and drinking only. There are persons, like I said, could go out there and do the little side hustle. There's a guy, I think, from Sadler's. I see him come out with his little his pizza. I think a Rasta man.
Yeah.
He just sells some nice little veggie stuff. He go around, and I would just say to myself, that is cool. But if we can also, making ways for local, maybe we need to have a talk with entrepreneur. If we really want to really rise with our entrepreneur, because carnival is a business, and carnival should not be for certain people to be making the business out of us, and we ain't getting nothing.
You know what I realized? I went at the shows, and for me now, it was hard for me to get something to eat because I'm vegan.
Correct. Well, then again, it come back to us.
Very, very hard for me to get something to eat.
Jacinth, and it come back to us as a people. We need to be ambitious. We need to be conscious of our surroundings, and we need to recognize that St. Kitts belongs to St. Kitts people before it belongs to anybody else. St. Kitts and Nevis, and I'm going to say this again, St. Kitts and Nevis belongs to the natives before it belongs to anybody else.
Yeah.
And if we cannot basically go out and be creative and not just sit and blame the government and waiting for the government to give us handouts, however, we should be able to get more, I don't even want to say loans, but grants. Look at the people who can make a difference. You have the taxis, you have hairdressers, you have construction workers. I'm just talking about, in that field. Because at the end of the day, the civil servants, whatever government give every year, whether they give double salary, whether they give whatever, they're the one that is benefiting. Persons that are not aligned with the civil servant, not going to get anything. So I just feel that this is a great chance. They say they have the creative arts and those kind of things, and the entrepreneur places on places for small businesses. I think they need to be
orange economy.
The orange economy. I think they need to be a little bit more friendly and go on out and help expose opportunity for everyone.
Yep.
Whether you're 20 years old. But, do not disconnect persons that have been in the business for years. If you're still able and you can make a difference, that inclusion should be for everyone, and also for the Rastafarians. When it comes to culture, you do not have any disclusion here.
Yeah, because you still need the elders to groom the younger ones.
I just want to say, this person is saying, we need a little circus or fun center at the Bayfront area for the kids during Carnival. You could charge an entrance fee. And these are persons, we're not saying that we're going to they're going to do all of these ideas. But I think we need to see, and I'm going to say it right now on the Real Talk with Lavi, we need to see more than just the average fets, what they have every year that is controlled by one set of people.
Yeah.
I feel that Carnival needs to be open up that, to give other persons out there opportunity, and they need to do it right. We need to have a place that have a Carnival village, and the Carnival village should be a place where families can come out. We just cannot have Carnival in St. Kitts just with strings and feathers, and you cannot have your little girl children and your boy children go out and enjoy the masquerades. And you see right now how they're doing with the clowns. I saw someone put out something where, well, I don't really think it's a disgrace, to be honest. I'm going to tell you why. This is my, so I'm not disagreeing with you, and you could say what you have to say. But the reason why I don't see it as a disgrace, this is a younger set of generation. But at the same time, if they're going to come and create the carnival, the clowns in terms of down below, and then they put the man-made top, then they need to be by themselves. So maybe this is a good time for persons out there could probably get a group and form that group to have the clowns like that. But then you still have the clowns as it's supposed to be. And that is why I say it's not a disgrace, because it's all about creativity.
Well, for me now, who played clown for a number of years, it's a disgrace for me, because it's like the clown culture died.
Well, and that is what I'm saying now, that it's a disgrace, as you said. But if people find a way now to separate them, so that is where the Carnival Committee come in, to basically, when you quit Juve morning, if you're going to have troops, and if this is what the troop is for, if it's not a part of the troops, then they basically need to hold their own lane. You understand? So I don't see it as a disgrace, because this is a way of encouraging the young people to come in,
be a part
of it. But the clowns, whoever is in charge of the clowns segment, or they're the one that is responsible to make sure that if this is, you understand what I mean? So if this is your troop, they're supposed to have somebody in there to manage and know what is happening.
I mean, to see clown dancing from small axe music. My days of playing clown string band music we had.
Right.
And we had dances.
But I must say, right, because I born in the neck of the 60s. And we have a tendency, many people have a tendency saying with time and with this, but this is this generation time as well. So I feel, as I said, inclusion, and you adapt, you add things. But I think that if you're going to have the clowns should be identified with a theme, and the rest who want to come and add the little, with the changes, then with the cracks and whatever, I think it's cute, but they need now to have a troop for them separate. So I wouldn't really say it's a disgrace, because we need participation.
You can't call them clowns. You're going to have to find some other name to give them.
And that's an easy thing. That's an easy fix, right? That's an easy fix. Name is no problem. Okay. And if I know those young girls and young boys, I'm quite sure they don't have the name. You understand what I mean? Okay. And the fact that they're actually coming in and putting on the little top, and it shows that they want to be. The kids are hungry to be a part of Carnival, but we don't have enough to include them. So I think that this is a time for the Carnival Committee. Yes, Lavern Gumbs is saying it on the Real Talk. We need more of you guys. We need Carnival Committee to not just focus on events. They need to focus on what is happening on the streets, and the revelers, and the band members, the bands, for instance, that have not, like persons like Mention and them, right? And Mention, someone said that he has not won a road march in years, right? But at the end of the day, it just shows that St. Kitts is, they're going to say the cheat, but it is showing that we have some really good artists, musicians here in St. Kitts and Nevis. Okay?
He's very talented, and you can't take that from Mention. He's like the best writer in the federation when it comes to songs.
That's the thing I have with people. That's the thing. This is the thing I have with people in St. Kitts now. We like to say who is the best from who is the best. I've always grown up, right? Ever since I started cosmetology and I opened up my salon, you hear people, the best, right? And if we're going to always go up with this kind of mentality, we can't stop people for saying that. But the person that is in the seat, need to continue creating. Because if that goes to your head, that's it.
Yeah, that is
because
true.
when we think this person is the best, but people who we consider ain't the best still come in and get in the road match. And the way how Ras Kelly craft that song, it was well crafted. All the songs are well. I mean, not to mention the happy song with Wukos.
Yeah,
right?
very, very good song.
And if you
Yeah,
notice,
very,
when
very
he
good.
came road match last year, it was timely. Outside again.
Outside again, yeah.
And we were really
There was
outside
no
again.
dispute about that.
Correct.
There was no dispute
So
about
what
that.
I would like to say to mention, I know mention very creative, mention come up and hit a right to make the people jump up. But Ken and Barbie not gonna cut it when it comes to
I think he used the wrong song. I think he should have used When We Touch the Road.
when we touch the road.
Yeah.
Right. Because remember, it's road march you're talking about. So when we come in with certain things like Ken and Barbie, because when I think of Ken and Barbie, in my head is a white man, no disrespect to the race, but it's a white man and a black dolly that I used to see. I never used to see a black Ken and a black Barbie.
Well, in modern time, they change it up, so you have the black and the black
I don't
Barbie.
care what you
Yeah,
say.
in modern time.
Listen, I don't care what you say. It stemmed from when you think of Ken and Barbie. It was the
old
white
school,
world,
yeah,
right?
old
So
school.
the Ken and Barbie is very, very nice. But when you're going to want to push a song for the road march, you're going to have to focus on the revelers and what is there in front of you. So when people come in and say you cheat, you might get a damn good dancer. No? Trust me, when I mean you get a good dancer. But when it comes to the road march, it doesn't mean that that song is for road march based on the criteria.
Yeah.
You don't have to agree with me, but you
what
know.
what I don't like is like too is every year, in street town we say, oh, they move the goalposts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, every year like the criteria for road match like is shift.
Well, and as
I think it should go back to the popularity of song.
and that's, if you notice, that's what the caller was saying, right? Maybe if we don't just have the carnival all over in the street, and you really have to have, so we know which part it's going to be, and so every year it's shifting, and it's kind of unfair to the artists and the musicians, because when you think it's this way, so maybe, I don't know if they're doing it already, but maybe they should just maybe the carnival committee, perhaps they did it already, but I'm going to say it here. Yes, maybe they need to get the criteria and give to the musician ahead of time, so they will know what to really look out for. I guess we are pressing for time. It is 8:59. I got to take some time to say goodnight to Shara, good night to Clemoy up there in St. Peter's, good night to Marva over there in New York, Rose Evans over there in England, and good night to the entire world that was listening to Real Talk with Lavi. It's a pleasure having you guys here. Next week, guest is going to be none other than Ras Kelly. And this is how we're going to end tonight. Thank you so much. Bless up.
Yes, good night.
Yeah.
SKN, we ready, we ready. SKN, we ready, we ready. SKN, Carnival, we living like family. We getting together forever.